Yes, I agree. It's a most actually successful franchisee, and I'm really happy to be part of the movie. And I'm really glad that I got an opportunity because this is my debut, and I got my debut with Hey Story 4. So the whole team was great, and I'm really happy to be part of it.
Vivan?
I mean, the reason I took on the film is because it was commercially successful, and you know I'd seen what I hadn't seen actually what Vishal had done, but I'd seen the first part. And when I signed the film, then I watched Hey Story 3 and I'd seen what he did
In London.
in London. That too, yeah, in fact, because I was coming off Hyderabad, the film, then I had 2 days break, and then I had to fly into London, so I didn't get any time. But I saw it then, and but I knew that having T series as backing, the music would be brilliant, which it is. Which is actually the film has some of the most amazing tracks this summer, coming summer, you see that. And usi maine sign kiya. It's great to be a part of it. I got to work with him also because it was a long time due. I think we were destined to work together. We missed each other in Khatro also, and before that also I haven't seen him since IFA times. So it was good to again meet up and do something together.
No, it's the same reason I think actually for me also. It's I think I was the last person who was finalized for the film, and it was fun because I've seen all the hit stories, all of them. So I was like, since my friends have done it, I should do it too, and it's successful and it's fun. And as much as a hoax or a lie it sounds, but the script is nice. There is a story.
Yeah, the trailer doesn't actually
story.
tell you what the
The
movie is
trailer
about
doesn't tell you
at all.
anything.
It's
It's
mystery.
actually, it's like look here and steal your pocket.
But
kind of
there
thing.
is a story.
There is a story. Yeah, it's not a love story, it's a hate story. Not really. Of course, there's always a pressure when Grover's done like a shirtless scene.
Yeah.
And we were like,
That's the only pressure.
That's the
That's
only
the
pressure.
only pressure. No other pressure.
Performance का कोई problem नहीं था, but we were like, I think Urvashi had a lot of pressure because a lot was riding on her shoulders, but we were okay.
Like I think from the promos also it's seen, it's the film comes from her perspective. So I think what happens is when everything's on your shoulders more than your co-star's shoulders, you do get a little oh my godish. But because I think when you know people on the set also, it just becomes really really fun. Like when you're chilling and you're working, because also it was not a very big
Not a very big unit,
Yeah, not a very big
small contained unit, smaller set,
50
that kind of
days
thing.
in London. So you just tend to,
We tried our best
confide in each
also
other.
to so comfortable ho jaye,
Exactly.
or
It was actually, the whole team was
Yeah.
great, and for me especially because this is my debut, first Bollywood movie. And yes, I agree with you. I do had like little bit of stress in my head that okay, people gonna judge me from this movie, and this is my debut. All the histories were very successful, and of course I had to give more than my 100%, which I did. And I think I was very lucky to get a great team around me. Everyone was very supportive. And the director, he's amazing. He was very supportive.
Yeah,
All my
he is,
co-artists.
actually for them,
Yeah.
the scenes, the erotic scenes and all for them is a little much harder than us. For he eased them in, like, we did the scenes a little linear so that the progression was started
Yeah.
from something smaller to go to something bigger. And it's also the chemistry that, I like with both of us, there's a lot of stuff also that she had to do, and she was very scared and she was actually shaking at one point, which, it's tough. I can understand, you're doing it in front of 50, whatever, it's a smaller unit, but there are still 50 people around there. So, luckily, but what we focused on was I told her, एक बार कर ले, उसके बाद बार-बार करने की जरूरत नहीं पड़ेगी.
And also because the director, he's very focused and he's very clear in his head what he wants. He will explain you that way
Exactly.
that, he knows how to get out of from the actors, He will explain you that way that it's very easy for the actor to perform. So I think that's why I think it wasn't that tough.
when 50 Shades of Grey is made abroad, we're like, oh wow, what a film. But like the same genre of films when we make, unfortunately, they're just called Masi. Because we don't even want to put our heads into it and see if probably someone's done a good job. Like whatever characters are given to us, if we've done justice to that, I think as an actor our job's done. Then the film can be an action film, an erotic thriller, a love story, it doesn't matter.
And the other factor is what you were saying also about 50 Shades. If you see, 50 Shades was launched at the same time as Avengers.
Exactly.
You know, and the trailer had more views than Avengers.
Yeah.
So that says enough for everything. You know, I mean, like the people who have problems with these kind of films, I mean, like, how were you born? Like, through what immaculate conception? I mean, what is the issue? The problem is that, you know, now things are, the reason why it's growing is that earlier it was very regressive and, you know, people didn't want to get out of their shell. But now the common audience, the common man accepts these things more. And also, we have not gone up to the 50 Shades level, even like by 1/10.
Exactly.
We are just skimming the surface, you know, it's very, very light on what we've done.
And what happens is when I think there's kissing in Indian cinema, even today, unfortunately, everybody will watch it. But that thing is still there, that, that's the only thing that you're trying to sell. Because also, as an audience, you have to also figure out, you know, there's still single screen audiences who just go for their masala entertainment and not for a story. And they go for not just a franchisee like Hate Story, or probably like a Shah Rukh Salman Amir film also. They just want to go for entertainment. They don't want to put their heads too much into it and say, oh, what a story. So I think that also...
and this gives you both, actually.
Exactly.
This gives you that entertainment factor, and this gives you... Ki isme ye bhi hai, you know, there is erotica, there is a story also, there's the thriller element, there's a revenge story, there's everything, there's emotional drama,
there's
good
amazing
songs.
story. It's not only erotic.
It's a complete entertainment
Yeah.
package. What Vishal's come up with is that, you know, he's very cleverly put together a package which delivers for everybody, not just one criteria.
And also I think, you know, if all the 8 stories did not have like a certain plot point or a story, nobody was gonna come like just to see people kissing. You can just put your phone on, you can just go on a site and do that. So if all the 8 stories have made money, like especially Hate Story 3, around 60 crore, nobody is just gonna come to see people kissing. I don't buy that, because you can't tell somebody कि अरे यार बड़ी कमाल की फिल्म है, बहुत kissing scene है, and he's gonna go. He's not gonna spend 100 rupees also. Why should he? If he wants to see people kissing, he can see it on his phone.
For free.
And exactly. So I think, unfortunately, for a genre like this, a lot of people don't understand that at the end of the day, you're acting also. It's a different kind of script, it's a different kind of thought, but it is acting at the end of the day.
Basically, we play brothers. I play the elder brother. My character is a little, his name is Aryan in the film. He's more on he's the elder son, the more responsible one, the one who's doing the business. You know, he's the father's blue-eyed boy. And he makes, you know, his life easier, basically. Then because of me, he gets to be the brat.
The gold medal boy.
Yeah, so I'm the one who gets the marks in the exam, and he's one. But at the same time, I've got this very, you know, dark side to me, which is what appealed to me in the first place, which was, you know, this guy's not in your face evil. He's behind the scenes. You know, he has a lot of things going on in his head, and that was what me and Vishal were trying to focus on. That keep it very, very subtle and downplay everything, and, you know, just keep it in very cerebral in terms of not show him to be like, you know, Shakuni Mama type. Like, it becomes really F-all, and that then the audience knows where it's going. So we wanted to give little bits away, but not everything, you know, that kind of thing. So that's a bit about my character.
So, talking about my character, I am playing a character of Reshma. She's a corporate girl. And again, she's a very strong-headed girl, I would say. And she has a purpose behind it. Whatever she does, she has some purpose behind it. So she always has the reasons in her head. She's always calculating in her head what she's planning to do. I'm playing his fiancé in the movie. But yeah, she's very strong-headed and she's a corporate girl. And at the end of the day, of course, it's a revenge story. So she's the part of that. So I wouldn't tell more about my character.
Yeah, you to can't.
I cannot.
You're the only one who can't.
Yeah.
No, I think, and my character's name is Rajveer. So like Vivan said, we're playing brothers, and, you know, he's, I think, almost opposite to what Vivan's character is. Rajveer is like a little brash, spoiled by him only, like not by the father actually, you know, and like he's spoiled probably by his brother. Works with him, but also loves photography. And I think in the rut of being a player, he just somehow falls in love and gets heartbroken.
I've done everything. Forget TV. I started with modeling. I did theatre, television. I did DJ. I mean, media में कुछ बचा नहीं है.
Now we'll give
I'm going backwards. I have to go back and say, reporter.
Now we'll give him a Padma Bhushan and say, आप retire.
आप retire.
for your contribution.
जहाँ मिलता मैं चले जाता हूँ. It's like that. No, but I mean, it's everyone keeps asking us what is the medium. What's the difference in the medium? Nothing. It's just that the camera is like this one, and then the camera is like that. It's a different brand of camera, which is a little more high end. That's the only difference to me actually. And the setup is a little more expensive, maybe.
Exactly.
You know? But nowadays, television is caught up big time. You know, if you see the shows that he does now and stuff, is such bigger, larger than life shows. You know. So
and also, I think we don't work differently for different mediums. Like our acting is never going to change. It's just that on television, there's a way people shoot TV. There's a way it's edited, and there's a way it's projected.
There's a formula for everything.
There's a formula.
Yeah.
I can't do that on TV, like how we shoot like a film. Like if we're shooting a scene a day, I can't do that on TV because
it's not economically viable.
So I think that's the only difference. Otherwise, काम तो हम same करते हैं. It's the same. Like if you'll tell me to say I love you on TV, film, or the web, I'll say the same way. I'll not change my I love you.
Yeah.
But it's fun. It's fun to actually do different mediums because you get to experience different kinds of audience.
And also it helps us. One thing that is very good about television is that it's trial by fire.
Yeah.
So we come to the film genre very well prepared on what we're going to face. So if there's a huge script or there's like a huge monologue, it becomes much easier because you're so well rehearsed. I mean, like chappal se literally maar ke hum सीधा करके I faced directors that used to get galis literally. Like if you screwed up in the scene, आपने गलत कर दिया तो खत्म. I mean, इतनी गाली पड़ती थी. So coming from that where I couldn't, my Hindi was pathetic actually. When I joined Kyunki, my Hindi was, I should have difficulty stringing and go. So then I met this one guy called Dipankar who was a sound guy. So he used to make me listen to all my dialogues. He said, तू इधर आते हैं तोतला कर तू इधर अबे डायलॉग कैसे ऐसे बोलता है तो that kind of thing. He used to make me listen to everything and then I used to listen to it and say ये न्यूज़पेपर है इसको पढ़ वो रोज लिहाज करता तो ठीक हो जाएगा. So I was like okay ठीक है. So then I used to do that. I used to read and then I started doing anchoring. Then that kind of like just made me fluid with everything. And then I was like, then I didn't care. I wasn't worried anymore. Actually, once you stop being worried about, then you go through the thing very much.
One of the bats.
Yeah, and then like it's like when you reach film, you're like here's the script. I'm like, okay, let's go. They're like, huh?
Yeah.
What? Ready? So I'm like, हाँ 4 लाइन है. They're like, हाँ लेकिन आप बराबर से पढ़ लो.
I think it doesn't change too much for us because like I was about to say that the last 2 months the perception of people have probably changed because now they look at you as a film star. But nothing's changed for me. Like I still chill with the same people. I still go on set the same way. Suddenly instead of a 2-door or a 3-door vanity, I'm getting a single door. That's the only thing that has changed, but I have not asked for it. So probably people's perceptions toward you, like I've also worked for.
Not entirely a bad thing. It's good.
No, it's great, but it's great, but like
you get to do interviews in box office India.
Yeah, like sometimes like people like you call us, you don't call us. Like we've worked for so long, like more than a decade, nobody calls us. But suddenly,
I went double decade now. I'm like 21st year.
Yeah. It's my third. It's my 14th year now. So it's like it's funny like how when like I was yesterday only I was at a mall. And nobody has been asking me or talking about anything that I've done in the last 13 years. It's only about 8 Story 4 because the hierarchy for people is films. So they look up to you as if pata nahi kaun aa gaya. So I think nothing changes for us.
But they are like, okay, I have worked with them first time. They both are like, I wasn't very senior. I wasn't, okay, I don't want to say
Thank you. She just basically made us feel as if we debuted with
no,
it's like the Uber drivers now recognize you. So it's like so cool.
I was in second standard.
Promo dekha, sir.
I was in second standard when I saw the two of you.
No, not that way. But I just mean to say they are senior actors, of course. But they are like very
senior.
I still say senior because okay, this is my first movie. I still say senior.
See, this is what happened.
But no, they are like very down to earth. The funny incident happened like once I walked into the set and I was just walking and somebody said, "Oh, be careful! Don't step." I mean, don't step on what? On Karan. He's sleeping on the floor. I'm like, seriously? They will just sleep anywhere. They will sleep on the floor.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I was in the basement.
Anywhere. कहीं पे भी बैठ जाएंगे, कहीं पे भी खाना खाएंगे. They are like, I'm like, okay, wow. Like, okay, that's why like I felt so comfortable working with them.